Because another issue I see is, conservative.
Hello, everybody. Hello. Let's see. Test. Awesome. We are live. Hi, everyone. Heather here, and welcome to another episode of the Untitled YouTube podcast, because I still haven't come up with a name. But this is the YouTube live stream weekly podcast where we talk about basically how to help you grow your YouTube channel, grow your YouTube audience. And we're live every Friday at 10 a.m. Pacific Standard Time. So if you'd like to catch the next one, make sure to subscribe to the channel and hit that bell so you get notified whenever I upload new content and go live. Today's, the week right before Thanksgiving. So I'd like to open up the episode with something that you guys can comment if you are on YouTube and catching the replay. So if you're watching this on YouTube, because we're right here before Thanksgiving, comment with your favorite Thanksgiving food. Go ahead and leave that in the comments. What is your favorite Thanksgiving food? We'll start out there because I'm getting hungry. So I'll get more hungrier when I see your comments. All right, today's topic: how to make money on YouTube, even as a small channel, even as a small creator. I think that it's a weird thing to talk about money in YouTube, because I think what most people know are like, how are we going to make millions of dollars? And that only comes if you have millions of subscribers. And I have felt the shift, not only as a business owner, as a marketing expert, and as a creator, that you don't need millions of subscribers to actually have a sustainable business and a sustainable business model that's built around YouTube. So today I want to talk about not only the obvious or the more common methods of how you can monetize your channel, but maybe some things that you haven't thought of, so that you can start kind of just, having them in the back of your mind, like starting to come up with ideas, so that even if you don't have a channel yet, or you're at 0 subscribers and you still haven't built that audience, you can start to think about how you can incorporate these ways to make money, so that as your channel grows, all you need is proof of concept of $1. If you get $1 from something that had to do with YouTube, it's only going to go up from there. So I'm actually going to be talking about 7. There's that many ways. There's a lot of ways to make money on YouTube. Really, what it comes down to is, if you're a content creator, you're creating content for your business, you're creating content for your personal brand, you can monetize off of that. You can monetize off the content that you're creating, and you can monetize off of the audience. So, what is up with this? Hold on a second, guys. So, obviously, if you guys are a business, and mostly this channel is for online entrepreneurs, so you guys are going to have products and services that are already existing that you're probably going to promote. Actually, I'm going to stop until I finish this. Sorry, guys. If you're catching this on the audio podcast, my USB microphone has to take old school wired headphones, and they're just like tangled up right now. So I'm fixing it. All right, here it goes. So if you're an existing business, you're probably already creating content to promote your existing product or service. And you're already doing that. But if you're a personal brand, maybe you're a content creator and you haven't thought about what to sell yet. Dominique's on here. I can't use AirPods because it has to plug into the Blue Yeti mic. Otherwise, I'd totally be all about that. So even if you are a business and you have existing products and services, you could still monetize your channel in so many different ways. And really what it comes down to is this, regardless of whether you're a personal brand or you're doing this for your business, is that you need to represent a community, right? You need to be either the authority, the expert, the person who creates the platform for these people to come together. Doesn't matter if it's 10 people, doesn't matter if it's 50,000, a million, whatever. Obviously, if we're in the millions, we're making, there's a lot of freedom there to make a lot of money. But even if you have, let's say 25 people who are super connected with you, who trust you, who have subscribed to your channel and they're coming back, and you've built this connection where, if you think of it like these are your friends, it's the same thing as if I were to go to my real friends in real life and be like, yo, I went to this new restaurant. It's awesome. Let's go there next. And, because we have that trust, it's going to be that same thing. So that's what it comes down to. Like, these 7 methods to make money on YouTube they're not going to work if you don't establish this kind of from the get-go. And maybe you're still figuring it out, and it will take kind of that trial and error, I think, but just going into that with that intention and that strategy, like trying to think about how you can, who are the people that you're representing on your channel, because then you can start coming up with ideas on how you can better serve your audience because you know who they are, and who can you partner with to better serve your audience. It might not necessarily be you. It might be people who are looking to sponsor videos to get in front of that audience that you kind of represent. So it's kind of, I just want to premise that before I go into the 7 methods. And again, just to emphasize, it does not take that long. My fiance, Tom, got his first brand deal at 300 subscribers. I don't remember when I got my first sponsorship, but I want to say it was less than 1,000 subscribers, So, okay. So let me jump into the 7 methods and we'll talk more. So the first one is the most common, the most obvious one. I think most people are familiar with this. I think most people think that this is kind of the only way to make money, which is why there's so much like fuss about it, since now there's a requirement for you to make money this way. But it's to become part of the YouTube Partner Program and make money through YouTube ads, essentially. Okay. There are 2 different ways that you can make money through the YouTube Partner Program now, not just through YouTube ads. So basically, now there's the requirement where you have to have at least 1,000 subscribers and 4,000 hours of watch time in a 365-day period. So you need to be creating a regular amount of content, and you need to have 1,000 subscribers. So you probably are going to have, this isn't for small channels as in, you're just starting like last month. You do have to get to that point to hit that threshold. But once you're there, you could just click of a button and then you could start putting ads on your videos and YouTube will pay you for that. The problem is it takes a lot of views to get anything substantial. They don't tell you exactly what the number is, but based on my data and the data of, people that I've worked with, it probably comes out to about $1 or $2 per 1,000 views. Okay. So to me, that especially if you're a small channel, it's not the sustainable business model unless you have you can guarantee that every single one of your videos is going to get like 50,000 views. Even when you meet these requirements and you turn everything on, you're not going to be making anything significant, So that's why I want to get this one just kind of out of the gateway to make sure that you guys aren't thinking like this is the only way to make money. It's the most common way because it's accessible to anyone who has 1,000 subscribers and up. And it's the way that this is the only way that YouTube will pay you, right? But that's not the only way that you can make money with YouTube, right? It's the only way that YouTube is going to pay you. The other way is through Super Chat. So once you meet the threshold to become a YouTube partner, you can also click another button and enable Super Chat, which allows you to basically, your viewers and your community can start giving you donations when you go live. So like right now, you couldn't do it on this channel because I don't have 1,000 subscribers, but like on my other channel, I was able to my community gave me $500 in one live stream to buy a new laptop. And I don't know, I want to say I probably had 6,000 subscribers, and that was just kind of impromptu. Like, I'm just going to try this and see what happens. But that's because of that loyalty that I had built with that audience who supported me for a long time, who knew, why I wanted a laptop and why I needed a new one and stuff like that. So of course it all goes back to community again. But Super Chat is another way. I think YouTube pulled this from like Twitch and other platforms where you've got the streamers, they're going live and you could just chuck, $1 or $2, $5, something very, minimal. But when 100 people do that, then you're, making a substantial amount of money. So that's another thing. So through the YouTube Partner Program, you can make money through the YouTube ads and through Super Chat. Okay. But you do have to hit the threshold. So what if you don't have that threshold? What if you're a smaller YouTube channel? We're talking 100 subscribers, 500 subscribers. How can we start to monetize off of that? The rest of this is like, you could start today. Doesn't matter where you at, because it's not through YouTube. These are things where YouTube is not signing the check. These are other people. Okay. The second most common way, I think this is actually the most common way, hands down, on how you can start monetizing your YouTube channel is through affiliate marketing. And this, I've been doing this since day one because there's no threshold. You don't need a minimum amount of subscribers or a minimum amount of views, a minimum amount of traffic. You can set this up on day one. So basically what affiliate marketing is that you sign up to be an affiliate, or let's call it a rep of a company whose products ideally that you believe in. Okay. So for example, Squarespace. I think I hear a Squarespace ad every single day between the YouTube videos I watch and the podcasts that I listen to. I hear Squarespace like all the time. But also every single day I meet someone who has never heard of Squarespace, which is crazy. I have been using Squarespace for my website for, multiple websites for business and personal reasons. I've been using Squarespace they're the only thing that I've used. So I believe in it. I swear by the product. I refer it to a lot of people, but I can sign up as affiliate and then I would get a customized affiliate link, squarespace.com/whatever, or a promo code. And then I would probably get a percentage from anyone who signs up because of my referral. Okay. Pretty much any major company has an affiliate program. So this is really great, even if you have a small community, because you have that trust with your community. Your community trusts you, and you use products for everything, for operating your business, for operating your life. Especially like the program that I've seen the most success with is Amazon, because I use a bunch of products and Amazon sells everything. So you can just sign up for to be an Amazon associate is what they call it. You have to fill out an application, wait for approval, but it's a pretty simple process. It didn't take me very long. And basically any product that you talk about on your YouTube channel, you could just leave a link to that product page on Amazon, and any purchase made through those links, you will get a percentage of that sale. Even if say I'm talking about this Blue Yeti microphone. You guys, I love this microphone. I use it like every single time I go live in all of my videos. Like, I love this thing. I swear by this thing. And that's a genuine, I think you guys can see that because you can go through all my videos. You see this white microphone. I'm not trying to cheat you and promote a product I don't believe in. It's something I literally recommend, right? Because I have that trust with my community. If I say, hey, if you're looking for a mic, a USB mic, this is the one that you want to get. Also, there's a link in the description underneath this video that'll take you to the page on Amazon if you want to go check it out. Now, if anyone buys it, cool, I get a kickback. But even if someone doesn't buy it and decides to go buy laundry detergent, I still get a kickback because Amazon they just want the referrals to Amazon in general. So even if people don't make that conversion for the product that you're necessarily talking about, you are still getting a kickback. Like, say someone all of a sudden is like, yeah, I got to do my monthly shopping. Then, they spend like $200. You would get a percentage of that $200, which is super cool. And so I think, if you're not doing affiliate programs or affiliate marketing, I think that's a really huge miss. Because especially with the channels that I think a lot of you guys are making, you guys are the authority of something, a subject, a niche, an industry. People are subscribing to your channel because you represent kind of, being 10 steps forward in where these people want to get to. And you're kind of the guide, right? If you guys are entrepreneurs, especially, you have something that's going to provide value to somebody. And it's not just the product or service that you sell. There's a whole world, that goes along with helping someone be successful. And there's nothing, especially it's everything in this room is on Amazon. These boosted boards, this couch, this keyboard right here, this tripod, this mic stand, this whiteboard even, and anyone can see, they could take a 1 second look at my office and be like, okay, Heather legitimately uses these products. It's not this weird, you're just thrusting products in my face. It's no, this is legitimately part of my workflow, which is why it's so key on YouTube. And here's the thing. The Amazon thing is cool. Squarespace is cool. I'm telling you, every major company pretty much has an affiliate program. And if they don't, you could I'm sure you can, set it up with them. I've done that. I've emailed somebody and I'm like, hey, is there a way, I'm going to be talking about your product anyway. Can I get some kind of referral fee? right? Companies are not creators. Okay? They are not creators. They for you to create your content is hard as a creator, right? But when you think about it, like, no one can create the content that you're going to create ever. Like, no one can try to do what you do in your style, your voice, your personality. And companies, like, no matter how hard they try, it's going to be really hard to mimic that personal connection that you guys have with your audience, no matter how small it is. I mean, it's so hard to do that unless you already have the brand loyalty. It's hard for them to do that. It's so much easier to go through creators who already have the audience. It's so much easier, like budget wise, staff resources wise. If you're going to spend, like, if this is your budget and you're going to spend that budget on creating the asset from scratch versus let's just connect with this small creator who has a loyal audience of the people that are in our audience, or are in our target market, and just pay them probably for less. It's just so much easier. So that's thing number one. And thing number two is, like, going back to that brand loyalty. For people to have the same amount of trust between, like, a creator and a viewer, like, just companies just don't have that. So I mean, that's pretty much saying the same thing, but those are the two reasons that companies can never create the content that you do, and two, they'll never have the trust that you guys have, even if you have 10 subscribers. Like, they just don't have that genuine connection. And everyone, I think you're watching this knowing that the connection that people have between creator and viewer is so powerful, because we're breaking the fourth wall. I'm talking straight to you right now, versus a company where it's like, a company doesn't exist. It's not a person. You can't, like, have that same one-on-one relationship. So that's why affiliate marketing can be so successful. All right, moving on. Number 3 kind of goes off of affiliate marketing, but it's creating searchable videos. Okay. So these are like product reviews, demos, how-tos, first impressions, unboxings, basically giving people a taste of something, whether it's a product or a service. So this is, again, piggybacking off of affiliate marketing. So if you're talking about, like, hey, here's this water bottle, whatever, I'm doing a first impression or like a review about, like, how awesome this water bottle was on a hike or something like that. And, you have footage of you in a mountain and you're, like, hiking with it and you're using it, you're drinking from it, and you're refilling it and whatever. And then in the description underneath this video, here's the link to that product on Amazon. Cool. Right. But here's the thing. Every single time, like, I would be willing to bet a majority of people do the research before they make a purchase, period. Like, that's just part of the purchasing journey in today's world. Even, like, Google put out a study the other day that a lot of searches happen in store. So, like, you'll be in Best Buy and you'll be like, do I want to get this doodad? But before you're going to buy, even though you're at Best Buy, even though you can talk to a rep, you're going to go on Google or YouTube and see, like, how other people like it. You're going to read reviews. You're going to see, how people have used it in their lives, and, the pros and cons, and you're going to do comparison. Like, because we have that power, because customers and clients are empowered, they're going to go out of their way to do the research because they can, right? So if you can talk about a specific product or a specific service, and when people search for that, and you could be that research that they're looking for, that's where it's, again, easy to just go back to the affiliate and be like, hey, like, even if you're talking about something local, okay, I'm going to do a video about this restaurant, connect with the restaurant owner and just be like, hey, I don't know, 10% off of all of the things, or $5 or whatever the referral fee is. Right. Or let's see, I use a project manager app called Notion. So I could be like, here's how I use Notion to plan all of my YouTube content. I legitimately use Notion to plan all of my YouTube content. So there's no like, you could trust me and I could show you exactly like, here's the back end. Sorry. Here's the back end. I'm going to record my screen. I'm going to show you exactly how I do it. By the way, if you want to go check out Notion, link in the description underneath this video, affiliate link. Right. So, doing demos, especially like say you bake pies. Okay. I've been into like apple pies and berry pies and cherry pies a lot lately. But say like your channel is all about baking pies. And you sell pie trays or whatever, right? Well, I forgot what they're called. I think they're just called trays. But anyway, so you have like, just say you have your own products, but say like you don't have a dough roller, but you like this other person's dough roller. So then you could just talk about like your channel is already a trusted authority about everything that has to do with pies. So even if you're not talking about your thing, but you're talking about something that's related and, something that your audience is going to be interested in, it's such a seamless thing. There's no like conscious thing that's happening. It's just like, oh yeah, of course I'm going to get that roller, or at least I'm going to start thinking about whether I need one. And maybe maybe I buy that, maybe I don't. But these people are trusting you as soon as they hit subscribe. They're opting in to like listen to more of what you have to say, right? So being able to create those searchable videos is a huge thing. All right, moving on to number 4. We've got digital products. So I think when people hear about digital products, they think like, oh, that's only for like coaches, like business coaches or social media coaches or service-based businesses that have like online courses. Maybe they have PDF guides and stuff like that. And it's not necessarily like your first instinct if that is not what you do. Okay. But I would argue against that. So say you are like, let's see. Actually, I have a friend who's a volleyball coach for volleyball coaches. So she coaches other volleyball coaches. Okay. So that's totally not like, um, like a business coach, which I think is a popular thing in content creating world. But so this is like, that's what she does. She coaches other volleyball coaches to be better volleyball coaches. And she has a whole store of drills that these coaches can run with their teams during practice. I don't even know how much she sells, like $10, $20 for these guides that you could just go on her website and there's a whole cart of stuff that you could just be like, I want this one, this one, this one, check out, done. Right. So she has to create those guides. She has to, based on her expertise and research and all of that, she has to actually create those guides. But then when they're up and people could just buy them whenever. You can promote it as much as you want, whenever you want. And it's just there, So say your channel is about like how to play guitar. Cool. Make a digital product about like, of course you can go the route of like, you want to learn Guitar 101 from me. Here's my online course. But, here's my guide about like how to pick the best guitar for you. $20, whatever. Say you do nails. Okay. You do nails. Here's my guide about like how to do French tip. Or here's my online course. It's so easy to create some kind of product that you could just create a store around the niche and the community that you represent. Even if you have a small audience, even if you have 10 subscribers, you could start promoting that from day one, and here's a plug. I actually use Podia to host all of my digital products. So if you guys want to go check that out, I'll leave a link in the chat. So if you're watching the replay, but I love Podia. I can't tell you how easy it is to basically get like an online store up and running is like 3 clicks. It's like literally you create your product, you upload it to the thing, you put in a description, you set the price, and boom, it's done. All of the payment is done through PayPal and Stripe. Podia doesn't even take a percentage of that. And their prices are so reasonable. Cheap, I would even say, for what you get. And it just makes it super easy. So if you want to sell digital products, check out Podia. And that is an example of how you do affiliate marketing. So anyway, let's move on to the next thing. The next one is membership sites like Patreon. Okay. I think membership sites are a very effective model for making money in today's like digital content world. And there's so many, because you can create it however you want. I mean, you can go so many ways with it. Patreon and other membership sites, basically people can subscribe to being part of your community. So going beyond like, hey, yeah, I'm subscribing to your channel, but for $5 a month, if I pay $5 a month to go that extra step to be part of your community. So say like, okay, I subscribe to your YouTube channel, I'm just a YouTube subscriber, but say now you have a level where it's like I'm going to be a super fan because I'm paying $5 to be a super fan, and your exchange for being part of that community is a 1 hour live stream behind the scenes once a month. So that's the added bonus for not only supporting you as one of their favorite creators, but now they get this exclusive behind the scenes content that no one else does, right? Or, I mean, it could be anything. It could be like you're going to get an extra video, you're going to get an extra vlog, you're going to get you know, uh oh, an Instagram live to hang out with me. Like, I mean, it's whatever you want. And with something like Patreon, you could set different levels. So we could do a $1 level. Maybe at the $1 level, everyone gets a free sticker. Okay. Then there's the $5 level. All right. People at the $5 level are going to get the 1 hour live stream where we just hang out, guys. We're just going to talk about whatever. $10 level, $7 level, like whatever your levels are, $10 level. We're going to do a group coaching session about this topic twice a month. $20 level. I'm going to shout you out in my YouTube videos as a sponsor and supporter of this channel. So that's great if you're a business, because now you're getting promo. You're paying $20 for promo that this creator is creating for you. You know what I mean? So there's a lot of freedom there. There's a lot of ways that you can customize and create your membership models. But again, this is something that you can start without having a huge audience. Like, you could start this really early on. I used Patreon. I absolutely loved it. I thought it was so great. And actually, Patreon just announced that they have crossed the $1 billion mark of, getting people to pay $1 billion to, creators all around the world. Like, that's how much money that their platform has generated. So clearly it's a successful business model. Patreon is doing it with a bunch of creators all around the world. So that's something that you could tell, if you're a music artist, okay, everyone gets a bonus song if you're at the $10 level. Or maybe they get like a jam sesh, like a live stream exclusive jam sesh where they get to, watch you play the keyboard, sing a song or whatever that no one else gets. Like, basically these people are paying for access, right? They're paying for access, they're paying for exclusivity, they're paying you because they support you as one of their favorite creators, but they also, you're rewarding them with this like kind of bonus thing. Which is like so great. I really believe in that model. So definitely check that out. The one I would recommend is Patreon. All right. So let's move on. Number 6, brand deals. Brand deals. For this one, again, you don't need a huge audience. I will re-emphasize again. If you have an audience where people have something in common, okay, it needs to be really clear, not only to you as a creator, so you understand your audience needs to know, like, this is the community that I'm a part of, but also a potential brand, business, advertiser needs to be able to look at you and your audience and be like, this is, there's a potential opportunity for partnership here. It needs to be like that clear. If it's a clear no, great. That means that it's a clear yes for somebody else, right? So just you making sure that your channel and your content, all of that makes it super clear about who you're targeting and all of that. But once you have all that in place, it doesn't take a lot. Again, Tom got his first brand deal at 300 subscribers. Especially for smaller companies, like, they're willing to, it's just part of their advertising budget. It's not even like something that this is normal for them. It is normal now for businesses to work with micro influencers. So even if you are a small channel, it doesn't matter as long as you have, again, like it has to be really clear. And that's something you have 100% control over, which is great because it's not this like I have to hit 1,000 subscribers. It's just, making sure that your branding's on point, your content's really clear. Everyone knows what your channel is for and who it's about and all of that. But for brand deals, basically it could be anything from a business like giving you a free product to talk about, or giving you some kind of like compensation for talking about their thing, right? And what I would recommend for this, which Tom's actually working on this right now, but he's working on a media kit. So he's putting together a whole like kit guide about his channel, who he is, what his mission is, the numbers about his channel. So how many views he has, how many videos he's made, how many subscribers he has, all those stats that people in the marketing department want to see. And it's like, is there a potential opportunity to work with you here? And if you have that ready to go, it's so easy for someone to be like, okay, this is the community that they work with. This is the community they represent. This is the kind of audience that we're working with. Let's jump on a call. See how we can work together. And those opportunities are going to come no matter what. Like, I constantly get emails about people who want to give me some free stuff. And this is where, I value my audience. So I don't care if you're paying me. I would never talk about a product that I didn't believe in, so unless I was doing a fair review and it was like, here's the, pros and cons or whatever. But even then, I don't even think I've ever done that. So yeah, anyway, brand deals like that, people are going to do that anyway. But when you are set up, like, here's more information about how you can work with me, then it's like how is that going to look to a potential brand? Like, it's legit, it's legit. It doesn't, even if you have 100 subscribers, that's 100 people that you have this trust with that they don't, they might not pay you $10,000, but still proof of concept. You just need it to happen once. And once you have it happen once, it's just going to go up from there. But again, it comes down to brand clarity. All right. So here's the seventh way. Okay. If you're just tuning in, we've talked about number 1, YouTube ads. Number 2, affiliate marketing. 3, creating searchable videos. 4, digital products. 5, membership sites. 6, brand deals. And the last thing that I'm going to be talking about is sponsorships. So the way that sponsorships are different is that it's like, when you're watching the big game on TV, you see the huge company letters that are on the field. Or like maybe the mascot of some company is just like running around the field. They're not talking about their products or services, but it's brand awareness in front of a bunch of eyes, right? So if I said, hey, this live stream is sponsored by XYZ company, then anyone who watches this now live and the replay are going to know about that company. And I would probably include more information about that company in the description underneath this video, right? People are willing to pay. Again, it comes down to like, getting in front of the right people. That's the key. Getting in front of the right people. And if you are clear about who your right people are, then it's going to be so much easier to create these kinds of partnerships, even if you have a small channel. Okay. So it's, sponsorships, I think for sure, if you want those, if you want to be paid $500 for you to plug someone's company in one of your videos, you're going to have a media kit. You're going to have some kind of a, this is who is watching my channel and this is what they're looking for. And, these are the kind of companies I want to work with or whatever. Like you need to have that kind of information available so that people are constantly looking for these opportunities. Like, I'm just going to say that right now. I'm totally getting a call. Sorry, guys. Am I still live? Yes, I am. Okay. So people are constantly looking right now. Like there are advertising departments, marketing departments, business owners, people doing research trying to find the micro influencers that represent the people that they're trying to target. Like, this is just happening 24/7. So if you have the channel, if you have all your branding in place, and you have the information about how they can work with you, like, you just make it so much easier for that to happen. So that's what I'm going to spend the rest of this video talking about, is like, how can we, here are the 7 ways that we can make money on YouTube, but how do we expedite that process? Obviously, we can expedite that process by creating a really good channel, right? By branding our channel, by making sure that you have to answer these 3 questions. Every single YouTube creator needs to have these 3 questions absolutely clear, like, not only in your head, but with everything that you create on your channel. What is your channel about? Who is your channel for? And why should they subscribe? Like, if you don't have those 3 things clear, and say I go to your YouTube channel, I look at it for 20 seconds and I can't answer those 3 questions, no one else can either. No one else can either. So a viewer's confused. Is this something that I want to subscribe to? Talking about a brand or business that has a budget, they're not just going to throw it anywhere. Of course, they want to make sure that their money is going to be used, like, invested effectively, right? So that's why those 3 questions, like, you can answer those in really big ways, from the content that you create to what you include in your channel banner, to your channel description. Like, I think people totally underestimate the channel description. And I have a bunch of videos to help you set up all of these things, all for free. Like, you don't have to use Photoshop. You don't have to use anything complicated. It just takes that, intentional, strategic approach of making sure that, if a stranger, I think I talked about this in the last podcast, but, like, take your phone, go to Starbucks, open up your YouTube channel, and show your phone to a random person. Be like, can you, look at this for 20 seconds and tell me what this channel is about? And if they can't do it, or it's like they're hesitating, or there's a lot of ifs, that, I don't know, go back home and work on it until everyone could just be like, this is what your YouTube channel is about. And if multiple people say the same thing, cool, you've got the clarity, right? So now it's just about creating the content, staying consistent, making sure that, if you're still creating content, your community is going to grow. Like, the more content that you put out there, the more opportunities that people have to discover you, making sure that each one of your videos is the best that it can be, because every single video is a potential sell. Sorry, I burped. every video is a potential sell. Every video is a potential opportunity for a brand to be like, yeah, we want that kind of content. Like, we want to associate ourselves with that creator, that type of content, and we don't want to do it. So let's just pay them. Let's just have them do it. And also, like, going back to the searchable videos and affiliate marketing, like, if you don't know who you represent. So say, like, you're doing product reviews, but your product reviews are just about absolutely everything. Like, it's like from cameras to consumer products to health and beauty and makeup and grocery stuff and kitchen and hardware. What the heck? Like, like, literally anyone from 10 years old to 90 could watch your channel, and there's going to be no sense of community there. But if your channel is about, like, hey, DIY home improvement projects, okay, cool. I mean, if you could sell your own stuff, you could talk about stuff that you'd find at Home Depot. You could talk about stuff that you're going to find on Amazon. You could talk about, like, you could start interviewing other people who are DIY home improvement people, and they could kind of, be these industry experts that you're bringing onto your channel. So now people are going to look to you as the authority in this space, right? So that's why you have to be crystal clear about, like, what is your channel about, who's your channel for, and why should they subscribe? Even, like, I think it's really obvious for a channel that's, like, education based, business based. Obviously, like, if you are selling a product or service, who you're selling that product or service to. So you probably have a better idea of your target audience. But even if you're a personal brand and you're still trying to figure it out, like, for my vlog channel, this is when I was first starting out. I was getting the brand deals, even I was a small channel, had no idea what I was doing. I don't know. I didn't know to like answer these 3 questions. Had no idea because I didn't know anything about YouTube back then. But I still unconsciously could answer those 3 questions, which is weird, right? Like, because I didn't put any thought into it. But on my YouTube channel, I was documenting my entrepreneurial journey. That was the premise. That was it. I just, I didn't think beyond that. I was just like, I quit my job. I'm going to start my business. I have no idea how the heck I'm going to do that. And this is what I'm going to, this is the story I'm going to share on this YouTube channel. So what is my channel about? It's about my entrepreneurial journey. Who is my channel for? It's for other people who are trying to not only start a business, but like set an ambitious goal and like, how are we going to figure out how to get there? Because a lot of the people who followed me weren't necessarily trying to start a business, but they were motivated by seeing someone else do something, do the impossible. So that's kind of like, even if it's not necessarily, okay, you're targeting females between 20 and 30 who are like, have this kind of job and work and live in Southern California. Like, you don't have to get that crazy specific of a demographic, but maybe the idea is something that people subscribe to. Like, I subscribe to the idea of doing the impossible despite everyone around you doubting you. I'm about that. I'm going to subscribe to that. And for my channel, why should they subscribe? Because I was documenting the journey, meaning if you want to know what happens next, you got to subscribe. That's your reason to keep going, because we're on a journey. We're on a story. There's new chapters. It's an ongoing thing. That's the reason why you should subscribe. That last question is absolutely key because, it can work where like, okay, I'm in Home Depot. There's a doodad that I want to get. And I'm going to go on YouTube and be like, how do you use this thing? Because I don't know anything about home improvement. And then as soon as I find out how to use it, I just close YouTube. I'm not going to subscribe to that person's channel because I don't care about home improvement. Right. But that's the thing. Like, if I look at that person's channel and be like, this is something I clearly want to subscribe to and go beyond one video. Like, this is not just a one-time fluke. This is not just a one-time, like, I'm just going to watch this one video. No, like, there is a reason why I want to get more info from this person. Whether it's I want to see the rest of their journey, I want to see how this unfolds, or they're selling like a result that is going to take a while. Like on this channel, I'm trying to help online entrepreneurs build their brands and grow their business on YouTube. That's not going to happen in one video. So subscribe to the channel if you want to learn, tips and tricks and how-tos about how you can do that. That's your reason. Like, that's what you're subscribing to. You're subscribing to basically getting a YouTube channel that's going to be an asset that builds your brand and grows your business. That's what you're subscribing to. So none of this is clear unless you know who, what is your channel about, who is your channel for, and why should they subscribe? When you have those 3 questions, when someone could answer those 3 questions within 20, 30 seconds of looking at your YouTube channel, when you are consistently crunching out the content on a regular basis that, exudes the answers to these 3 questions, the 7 ways to make money on YouTube are just going to come so much easier. It's just going to make everything so much easier. Because, if you're a home improvement thing, any business, any brand who is in the home improvement space is going to hit you up, because it's just super clear about like, this is what you do. So, God, I'm exhausted. It's like I get out of breath when I talk a lot. But anyway, I'm going to take a pause here. If any of you guys are tuning in live, if you have any questions, I've been kind of going on for a while. But if you have any questions about anything I've talked about, please let me know. Okay, DM Gamble's here. Why are you using your laptop webcam instead of your M50 to stream? DM Gamble, that is a very good question. The answer, here's the Canon M50. The answer is because the program that I use to stream is called OBS, which you are probably familiar with. And OBS is not compatible with Catalina for Mac. And I shouldn't have done this, but I updated my Mac to obviously have the newest iOS, which is Catalina. and now I don't have a streaming software. So I'm in the market. If you guys know of a streaming program, I'm willing to pay. I need to do this anyway. A live streaming program that allows you to stream using external stuff like a camera. Please let me know, but OBS isn't going to cut it, which is why the only way to live stream is to just do the go live on YouTube, and it only uses your webcam. So anyway, good question. Do you guys have any other questions about specifically like how to make money on YouTube, how to make sure your channel is monetizable? Like basically what you want to ask yourself, just to go back to all of that is like, is your channel subscribable? Even if you have one subscriber, like there's a difference between, I think we're past the point of, I'm going to look at a channel and I'm going to see, oh, they only have 34 subscribers. I'm not going to subscribe. Like, I think we're beyond that, but if you can make it very clear, like it takes like, I don't know, an hour in Canva to make a really, rock star channel banner. And there's templates, like literally you drag and drop photo. It can't be any easier. And honestly, like my one advice for this is like, it's a decision that you make. It's going to start with a feeling. Now we're going to get real like existential here, but it's going to start with a feeling of like, this is what I think I'm going to make a YouTube channel for. And people can tell you what you think, what they think that you should make a YouTube channel about, and who, the community that you represent, what your niche is and all of that. But really it's a decision. It's like, who do you want to create a YouTube channel for? Like, who are you representing? And I think the more related that you can make it to you, where you're kind of 10 steps forward, it's going to be so much easier to just be yourself because, at the end of the day, people are subscribing to you as a person, as a creator, right? Patricia is here. She's hi, Patricia. Great live. So we need to make some videos not public when they aren't part of our clear focus. Will those unlisted or private videos still affect the channel identity? That's a very good question. So I did this on my channel. I'm still doing it on this channel, even when I don't have anywhere near as many videos on this channel than on my vlog channel. But I'm still unlisting videos just because it, you never know what video people come in through. And I think the less confusion that you can that you provide access to, the better, right? So if this video, maybe you made this video 3 months ago and you've, put together the strategy and this video doesn't fit anymore, I personally would unlist it. And that was a hard decision for me to make on my vlog channel because like I could say that every vlog is a part of the journey, but really like, it's so far-fetched, like I want people, if this is a video that you come in, like that is the gateway to my channel, then I want it to be relevant. I want the person who finds that one video to be in the audience that I want to represent. So that's why like, yes, I do unlist, and I can't say for sure, because Google and YouTube don't tell you that, whether the unlisted or private videos affect your channel identity. But I think at the end of the day, when it comes to just like, if you're going to take your phone to Starbucks and people are going to scroll through your video list, maybe one video that's kind of off the chart isn't going to be like, I don't know what your channel's about. But as long as like, most of your content, like if you're a hair person, there's hair in every YouTube thumbnail. If you do nails, there's got to be fingers in every YouTube thumbnail. If you're a coach, like, you need to have text about the topic that you're talking about. And it needs to be relevant to the niche that you're in, right? So like, okay, this YouTube channel started out, it's been a journey. I wanted to do like digital literacy. Then I wanted to do social media marketing. So I had videos about like this, that, and the other. Like, even though it was kind of all in the umbrella, but it still was just all over the place. So I removed them. I just unlisted them because I do YouTube for online entrepreneurs and independent creators. If whatever content is not that, it's out, dude. Like, I don't want anyone to come in, like, and it sucks because, one of my most popular videos is about LinkedIn, and I'm gonna leave it on there because it's specifically helping high school students to, you know, do, like craft their LinkedIn profile to help them get into college and get jobs. And I believe in that. So I'm going to leave that there. But I had a lot, like I expanded on that. I was like, here's how you make your resume if you're a high school student. High school students are no longer my target audience. So I unlisted those, but except for the one that's still getting traction. So yeah, that's what I would do, is like just making sure that your every piece of content is kind of, think of it like every piece of content is bringing your brand to life, right? One video isn't going to say it. Like one video is like, what, are you going to make more of that type of content, or is this just a one-time thing? I think you could totally make community type of videos. I think like as you start to build the loyalty, or maybe this is where you even plug in the membership site. Like if you want the behind the scenes, you want to hang out more with me, you dig my vibe, and we could talk about things that are unrelated to, say you're I don't know, like a makeup guru, and you're going to do something about your bedtime face routine, which isn't necessarily about makeup. Well, maybe that's something that people who are super like, into your audience pay to have access to. You know what I mean? Like, okay, that's the bonus video that they get for paying $5 a month. Right? All right, cool. So let me pop it in the content. Dominique says, Patricia, I've unlisted and found major success. There you go. Yes, I can say that I've seen that happen. Skyrays Eat says, hi everyone. Hello. Patricia, thank you. I'm working on unlisting videos, but still see tags coming up representing my channel connected to videos that aren't part of my clear focus forward. Work in progress. Thank you. Yeah. So I think like whether you're starting out or whether you're shifting and kind of steering a boat in another direction, these things aren't going to happen overnight. But the thing that I want to leave you with is that, it doesn't take as long as you would think if you're really clear about who you're trying to target. Like if you could just make sure like, okay, Patricia, now this is who I want to target, unlist everything else, like you're going to steer that ship faster, and then now, okay, put together the content strategy. Like, okay, last recommendation, because I got a lunch meeting. Content strategy. You guys have to plan your content. Like, I ask you guys all the time, why should people subscribe to your channel? Give them the reason. Like if you have your content planned out, then be like, subscribe to my channel because in my next video, I'm going to talk about part 2. Or like here's an example. Okay. Subscribe to my channel because in the next video, I'm actually going to show you how to sign up to be an Amazon affiliate. Cool. Like that is directly related to what I was talking about. That gives me a reason to be like, yeah, I want more information about the thing that you just talked about right now. You piqued my interest and I want to see exactly how you do it because I've never done this before. And that's the beauty about planning your content, because now you could start like, I think there was a natural story in my vlog channel where I was like, I'm documenting my entrepreneurial journey. I don't have to constantly say like, subscribe to my channel, because the premise is built in the story of like, it's going to go on forever. Like even if I hit $100,000 in a year, like, I'm now going to start a company and we're going to keep going and people can keep like seeing that story unravel. But if you're like an educational type channel, a business type channel, that's where the advantage comes in to being able to plan your content in advance, because then you give people a reason to be like, this is what's coming up next. Like, this is what I'm going to be talking about next. So make sure to hit that bell if you want to be notified when I upload new content and go live. Boop, boop. Right? All right. Matthew Steinar. Hi. I remember you. I've been listening to Brand Real audiobook, and one of the points was that consistent brand experience over time are critical to brand success. Yeah. Yes, that. I'm a huge brand person. Like I think that, a brand is something that you can't directly control. You could do your best, you got the colors, you got the identity, the look, the feel, all that. But at the end of the day, the brand is the perception that people have after experiencing something that has to do with you, right? So whether that's watching your videos, you responding to a comment, what your Instagram looks like, any kind of interaction that they have with you is a representation of your brand. That's why it's so key that consistent, right? Like keep it within the thing. Um, that's going to build the brand in the viewers and the subscribers perception faster or more effectively, I should say. Skyrays Eats. I have a question about my average time watched and how long my videos are. I make around 20 to 30 minutes, but average about 15 minutes people watch time. That's great. No, don't shorten your video. A 15-minute average watch time is something people could only dream of. So you are doing absolutely fantastic. What I would do is, obviously, since we can't see other people's watch time, like I'm going to tell you from seeing other people's watch time that 15 minutes is insane. Like you're killing it. I would say like a good watch time is 4 to 5 minutes. So the fact that you're at 15 is awesome. And just think of it this way. Most people are probably watching 20 to 30 minutes, but you have the fluke people who come in and then jump out after 30 seconds just because it's just not their thing. So that's where you get the that's where you're going to get the 15 minutes. It's not that people only watch till 15 minutes and jump out. It's that it's also factoring the people who jump in and then jump out, which, I think the fact that you have 15 minutes means that you're doing a pretty good job of whatever you're doing. So my advice is stay the course. Stay the course. You're doing fantastic. All right. Thank you. I have a clear focus going forward. It's a bit of a pivot and a process. Yes, Patricia, but you're doing awesome. Sky Receipts, Patricia. Okay, guys. So thank you for tuning in. I hope you guys found this helpful. If you want to know how to work on your brand on YouTube, to make your channel more subscribable, I encourage you to go download my YouTube action plan. This is 15 pages of pure effective instruction to tell you exactly like how to make all of this happen, like how to make your brand come to life on YouTube. And honestly, like I think you should just download it and just check it off, right? Because even if you've been doing this for a while, maybe there's a step in there that you're kind of missing that could actually move the needle forward. So if you want to check it out, it's at sharesparkmedia.com. It's totally free. Just put in your email and you get it. I will type it in here. But as with everything, link in the description. But thanks for tuning in. If you have any suggestions for topics that I can cover for next week's podcast, I'd love to hear them. Feel free to leave in the comments. Give this video a thumbs up. If you haven't subscribed yet, subscribe and make sure to hit that bell to get notified when I upload new content and go live. It's been cool hanging out with you guys. I'll talk to you later. Have an awesome weekend. Oh yeah, next time is Black Friday. I think we'll go live. So follow me on Instagram if you want to know whether I'm sure I'll do it, but it's also the holidays. So we'll see. Anyway, happy early Thanksgiving. I'll talk to you guys later. Bye.